Hi there, Iuliia. Nice to see that you've written us an essay. Let's take a look at what you had to say. The topic is international marketing. Okay, so, difficult score. Let's see if this gives us any indication as to why you got that score. Every progressive institute in a modern society can have quite positive or negative inputs. International marketing is not an exception. It is a highly debated topic that often divides opinions. The following essay takes a look at both sides of the argument. Okay. Firstly, let us take a look at the beneficial side. In my opinion, international marketing is an extremely necessary instrument when positive social ideas are being promoted to developing countries. For example, ideas of women's rights and freedom, body positive conception, and liberal values have a chance to penetrate to different countries via international marketing channels. As a result, it can make people more open-minded and open to various opinions and views. Another side to consider is the fact that international marketing complex, I don't know what that means, can affect people's lifestyles. Each company that decided to be global will have domestic values in a brand's DNA. Okay, so even if a company keeps in mind the social and the political and social situation of a country where the product will be promoted, the core of the brand's values are domestic. Consequently, well, not domestic, they're actually foreign. Consequently, some customers can find their lifestyle or values not related to those of the brand, which can be really frustrating, especially when the brand is quite famous. In my opinion, advantages outscore, not D, disadvantages in a question of international marketing. This institution, I think, is part of the progressive world, I know what you're trying to say. This institution is part of the progressive world, which should not be stopped. Okay? There are plenty of working places that might be created facilitating international marketing. Okay. Overall development of international space is a part of genuine progress of a modern society. It does not make sense to prevent it. We just need to learn how to facilitate this progress effectively. Okay. So, I saw a lot of things here. I'm thinking now about your 5.5 and why you might have gotten this score. Let's try to look at this essay a little more closely. To help us, I'm going to bring up the band descriptors for task 2. Okay, so here they are. Of course, we have the public version of the band descriptors, but they do shed enough light on the essay and on how the essay is graded to help us, okay? So with that in mind, let's take a look at your essay again. All right, so let's go through the essay again. First of all, your introduction is fine in that it talks about international marketing. You didn't exactly restate the topic, but that's okay. My issue with your introduction is something else. The following essay takes a look at both sides of the argument. You never tell us what your opinion is, and it clearly says discuss both sides and give your opinion. Now, this is the key point here, and let me tell you why it's the key point. Let's look at this again. The second bullet under task achievement for band 7 says, presents a clear position throughout the response. What is your position? Your position is your response to whatever that question or command is. Okay, each IELTS prompt has one. This one clearly says discuss both views and give your opinion. Now, it says present a clear position, but it says throughout the response. What does throughout mean? It means from the beginning to the end. How can you make your position clear from the beginning? By presenting it in the introduction. So, going back to your essay, when it says discuss both sides and give your opinion, you must give your opinion in the introduction, okay, in order to potentially get that 7. If you don't do it, if you don't do everything that it says here, you're not going to get that 7 for task achievement, okay? So that's the first problem. Now, I felt like some of the language was very informal and certainly not academic. Let us take a look at the beneficial side. It's a very conversational sentence. It certainly lacks the academic language that one would expect from a high-level IELTS essay, okay? There were many ways you could have said this sentence, many ways. So you could have said, first of all, international marketing clearly provides numerous advantages. All right, that is far more formal sounding than this. Let us take a look at the beneficial side. Okay, now here's the good thing. Even though I said that your position wasn't clear earlier, here you said it. It is an extremely necessary instrument. Okay, but here you're talking about social ideas, you're talking about women's rights, liberal values, so a lot of the vocabulary is really nice. Okay, but what has the essay asked you to talk about? A necessary and economical form of education, spreading ideas, language, and culture. So let me ask you now, do you feel like this paragraph dealt with all of those issues? A necessary and economical form of education. Necessary, you said. Ideas, you talked about. But what about language and culture? Did you talk about them? Did you talk about it being an economical form of education? I realize that there are a lot of things that this paragraph is asking you to talk about, but when we're looking for that 7, you have to somehow address all of those. Okay? And I didn't see any real concrete examples, so I felt like everything you were saying was very nice, but it wasn't exactly concrete. It was really rather abstract. Okay, now here you're supposed to be talking about the negative side. Are you talking about, when you talk about these negatives, I realized that what you said was that regardless of any sort of accommodations that might be made, the company's DNA is shown, and so its flavor, its culture, and so forth cannot be hidden. Okay, and I liked that. But remember, invasive and intrusive. Okay, so is it invasive and intrusive? Some customers may find their lifestyle or value are not related. Okay, great, that's true. Fine. But invasive and intrusive, I don't really feel like you made this point. Again, there was no tangible evidence. So you didn't give me an example of, say, for example, Nike trying to be sold in the Gulf countries, or I don't know, I can't think of something. Maybe like a Nokia phone being sold in like sub-Saharan Africa, for example. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with some examples of like foreign companies trying to enter a foreign market. So it would have been really helpful if you had included more tangible, real-life examples. Then, here at IELTSpodcast.com, we're not really a big supporter of a 5th paragraph, so this shouldn't have belonged here. Basically, this should have belonged in the paragraph that you side with, and it should have belonged in your introduction and your conclusion. Okay? Here, there are plenty of workplaces. This was something you didn't develop. Again, we don't really support this kind of structure. Not 5 paragraphs, definitely 4 paragraphs. Okay? So, what's the last thing I want to talk to you about? From the looks of it, you said that you were in favor of international marketing. If that is the case, then there's another problem. The problem is with your coherence and cohesion, because your paragraphs are not properly ordered. Your paragraphs should go in the order introduction, paragraph you don't agree with, then paragraph you do agree with, then conclusion. That's how we order our paragraphs. First we talk about the side we don't like, then we talk about the side that we do like. Okay? So you didn't follow this, and so this would also definitely cost you something in terms of coherence and cohesion. Okay? So I hope that gives you a lot of information on why you might not be getting the score that you need. I hope it gives you the tools to help progress and to help you improve in your IELTS score. Hopefully we'll see you on the course very soon. I saw that you were thinking about signing up to it. There's lots of information that you can gain from the course that will surely help you achieve the score you need. So hopefully we'll see you soon on the course. I wish you lots of luck.